and welcome to the e-learning portal of the Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders. This is session 4 of module 1, and the heading is the forwarder as an agent. We've already dealt with the contractual law of freight forwarders, where we looked deeper into the standard trading condition, the STC for gift members in Ghana. And then we have also dealt with the forwarder and their duties when they act as principal. Here we are going to look at the forwarder's duties and responsibilities as well as liabilities when forwarders act as agents. But we need to really look at who an agent is, because for many of us, we've called ourselves or allowed to be called all sorts of names, including clearing agent, freight agent, import agent, so forth and so on, without considering the real implication and meaning of the word agent. So we'll take some time to look at what is an agent, what is an agency, who is an agent, and the rest of it. Before anybody jumps into conclusion or make the choice of either taking a contract as an agent or principal, I would like us to look at something on this slide. Now, in France, and in fact countries that are allied to France, and for that reason they follow French legislations, the forwarder remains liable for a period of 10 years when they act as agents. But the liability period is 1 year when the forwarder acts in their own name as a principal. See the contrast. Others are in Belgium is 6 months, Britain and Netherlands is 9 months, Switzerland and other Nordic countries is 1 year. In fact, it's important to know the length of time jurisdictional recourse can be exercised against you before you make the choice of delivering a service as an agent or as a principal. Quickly, let's remind ourselves of who a freight forwarder is by what we know already. A freight forwarder, according to the module rules for freight forwarding service, is the entity or the person who concludes a contract of freight forwarding services with a customer. For the sake of those of you who are new in the industry and may not know the implication of what may be their choice as to whether they become agents or principals, I would like us to look a bit deeper into agency, agents, and the rest of it. What is agency? Agency is the name given to the legal relationship which arises when two parties enter into an agreement whereby one of the parties, called an agent, agrees to represent or act for the other, called a principal, subject to the principal's right to control the agent's conduct concerning matters entrusted to him. So when one decides to be an agent, that agent would have a principal, and the principal would have the right of control. So if you're an agent, you only follow the instructions set by the principal. This is a definition by W.E. Who is an agent then? An agent is therefore a person or company who brings the principal into a contractual relationship with a third party. The three keywords I would like us to look at this stage is 1, the word agent; 2, third party; 3, the principal. In freight forwarding, the importer, exporter, or cargo owner represents what? The principal. This is different from a choice of a freight forwarder choosing to act as a principal in delivering. This is a different thing altogether. In freight forwarding, the importer or exporter or cargo owner is the principal regarding what I referred to in what agency is. The freight forwarder becomes the agent, and then the other organizations or third parties that we deal with, for example, the port authorities, Ghana Customs Division of GRA, the shipping lines, and other carriers also represent what? Third parties. So, in the three keywords, if we refer here to principal, it will be the importer, exporter, or the cargo owner whom the forwarder works for. So the freight forwarder in this context, acts as an agent. And the agent brings a third party or third parties in relationship to their principal. And the third parties will be the Port Authority, Customs Division of GRA, shipping lines, stevedore companies, and the other institutions or organizations that we deal with. I would also like us to all agree, for the purposes of this module, because there may be other things that I did not add here, that there are 4 ways in which an agency relationship can be created. These are by express agreement, implied by law, implied by the agreement, or fourth, by necessity, or what we call ratification. I will explain each of them. By express agreement, the agency relationship may be created by express legal procedure. This may be created through appointment, statute, or by ratification. In the second way, implied by law, the law could simply imply an agency relationship through, say, cohabitation, or an act occasioned by necessity when one party is acting for another. By implication, this is when the agent receives implied authority to act for another person. For instance, when a freight forwarder is appointed as an agent, he acts as a bailee of a cargo entrusted to them. Under their powers as bailee, the freight forwarder has the authority to care for and keep the cargo in the. And the fourth, by ratification, it occurs when the agent commits an act for which the agent has no authority whatsoever, but acquaints their principal after the occurrence with the act to legally bind the principal. See, a contract in excess of authority can be ratified only when an original agent acts in excess of his authority. The golden rule is you never exceed instructions, because if you are an agent, you act only on instructions of your principal. And always keep yourself within the authority of the principal. So that's the fourth way in which agency relationship can be created. Having said this, I'll bring into 4 the different types of agents. We have special agents, general agents, universal agents. These are the mainstream agents. When we say special agent, we refer to a special agent, someone appointed to carry out a particular activity and then they fade off. That's it. When we talk about general agents, we refer to agents appointed to carry out business of the principal in an area where the principal cannot, often for geographical reasons and for other logistics challenges, cover effectively. That's where general agents are appointed. And in the third instance, universal agents are appointed with wide powers to enable them perform a number of activities on behalf of their principals. Such powers are usually under seal, which is what? Power of attorney. So these are the three mainstream agents. The fourth type of agents refer to other agents whose work may not fall under any of the three mentioned classifications. That's special agent, general agent, and universal agents. All other agents are classified as what? Other agents. And examples are what? Forwarding agents, brokers. So we're not even mainstream if you want to call us agents. Never mind giving us the name as if it is forwarders are the only agents and it's the most popular, business that everybody wants to refer to with the tag agent. And lastly, before we go into details, legislation governing agents in Ghana. There are two that we can refer to that refers to our industry. First of all, the Ghana Maritime Authority Act 630 of 2002. This act regulates the activities of shipping agents, freight forwarders, and similar shipping service providers. And also, quite recently, the other legislation is Customs Act 891 of 2015, which has been amended 2017, and the rest of it. So that is the legislations so far that affects our industry. Two of them, the Ghana Maritime Authority Act 630 of 2002, Customs Act 891 of 2015.